Om Shri Matre Namaha. Today I am going to discuss the topic is eternal perception. Let us start with prayer. Anjananandanam Veeram Janaki Shokanashanam Kapishamakshahantaram Vande Lanka Bhayankaram. The eternal perception of Jagadananda Sthiti, blissfulness, is like that. This is of 6 types. They are: number 1, Nijananda. Mind will be fixed to the idea of only experience. Number 2, Nirananda. Mind will be concentrating on the things that are not being experienced. Our third, Parananda. Mind will be fixed to the point of union of prana and apana. Fourth, Brahmananda. The mind will be fixed to the samana air that will unite different experiences into one. 5. Mahananda. Mind will be fixed to the Udana air that will unite all wisdom and different experiences and merge them into soul. 6th, Chidananda. Mind will be fixed to the Vyana air. The 5 different forms of glory of Divine Mother is explained as Srushti, Sthiti, Samhara, Tirodhanam, Vilayam, Adhava, Anugraham. First, Srushti, creation work. Sthiti, to protect the manifestation. Third, Samhara, procedure to withdraw manifestation. Tirodhanam or Vilayam, deluge, to conceal or camouflage the soul. 5th, Anugraham, compassion, kindness or advertising self. The above 5 can be achieved by jiva or self in vyasti or microcosm. 1. To understand the thing through angels. That is known as superimposition or creation. 2. Enjoy the experience up to the last. This angle is known as Shakti or Sthiti. 3rd, the intelligence to withdraw from a thing at the time of vimarsha. To withdraw different experiences shall lead to doubtful habits or samskarams. That will after all gives birth to doubtful worm. That worm will try to excavate again and again. That will conceal the real nature of soul. This is known as Vilaya or Bijavastapana Sthiti. Next, the doubt and experience in the sadhak when burnt in the fire of consciousness. Then only the sadhak will be eligible for grace of Divine Mother. Then his reality will come out. Or this is known as Anugraham, Vilapana. According to Hatapak, this is called Alamgrasa or self-realization. In this state, the habits mean samskarams or samsara, seed mean bijam, will be ruined with root from individual consciousness. The grace of Divine Mother is without any limits or conditions on the egoless sadhaka. In Kundalini Yoga, the nucleus of Kundalini force is heart. That is located in Vishuddha. The ascending life force travels through Sushumna subtle nadi. It illuminates and causes happiness. It leads to Lambika square. This is called Urdhva Rechakam in Kriya Yoga. With the grace of blessed Guru, the sadhaka shall be able to control his life force. This is known as Guru Yukti. Then the Kundalini hidden in the individual shall get awakened. Sadhaka, with the grace of Mother Divine, shall send Kundalini life force into the heart through Sushumna. This comes with a tremendous force or energy and heat from Mooladhara. It is called Vanni Kundalini. In this way, sadhaka shall be able to control breath, mind, and sperm. This awakened Kundalini shall enter into Brahmanadi. This is known as middle path or Madhya Marga. This path is very subtle. This is of scarlet Sinduravanam color. The Kriya Shakti or action power will be like this only. Divine Mother is spotless. Maha Tripura Sundari and Kundalini life force both are one and the same. The awakened Kundalini power will fructified in Sahasrara Chakra Vedana. When the willpower, Icha Shakti, is predominant, that will display the virginity of Shakti Bala. Then the willpower shall flow clearly and uninterrupted. That will overtake power of wisdom or Jnana Shakti. That leads to manifestation of universe. In the evolutionary process of manifestation of this universe or Jagat, Maya is the sixth step. The non-duality will be eliminated and duality will take place. Mahamaya shall display her power of beauty. In the process of showing her grace to sadhak, she will not perturb the senses of sadhaka. Instead, it will make the sadhak to understand the great unity with Parabrahman through senses. Parashakti helps in leading from disunity to unity. That is the reason she is called Mahashakti or incredible force. She will display in evolution and involution both. Her spotless and shining glory shall illuminate on all sides. Without human effort, to understand the most superior absolute truth and reigning divinity of Mother Mahamaya shall herself appear as a boon. This path to self-realization is known as Shambhavopaya. This truth may not appear apparently, but shall appear or understandable to the devotees with her grace. This is truth. This is known as Icha Yoga according to Tantra Shastra. This is called Antaradrishti is possible only to Yoga Sadhakas with the grace of Mother. Manasika Vikshana, mental insight, and Jnana Vikshana, wisdom insight, shall be left behind or pushed back. One may do sadhana or not in order to get self realization, but Sambhavopaya is the only path to the real Satyanveshi or seeker of the absolute truth for obtaining self realization. When the mental nature of the sadhak is spotless, or the willpower shall vividly illuminate the divine and stable soul, wisdom can permeate, and impregnate within and without the things is known as Sambhavopaya. This is the personification of energy transfer or Shakti Path. The limitless energies of Parabrahman shall be added unto the yogi with the grace of Mother. The yogi shall be able to develop his concentration. He shall be able to get spiritual bliss with harmony. The sadhak shall be able to get four types of samprajnata samadhi. Then he will be aided and assisted by yogini shaktis. They are Savitarka Samadhi. Yogini Shaktis shall be interested to look after the yogi eternally. Our yogi shall be able to think about these concerted things. Next, Nirvitarka Samadhi. Yogini's Shaktis shall be merged into the yogi eternally, or yogi shall be able to think about these concerted things with most superior way. Savichara Samadhi. Sadhak shall be merged into yogini, or yogini shall get the reflection of yogi in herself. Nirvichara Samadhi. Yogi and yogini shall becoming one. These four samadhis are called equanimous or Samatulya Sabija Samadhi or Bahirvastu Bija Samadhi. These still contain some more seeds or roots that may remain in the mind of sadhak. After these stages, the sadhak enters into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. This Samadhi is the most superior one. With this, all the roots will be uprooted. All the doubts shall be eliminated. Then the sadhak will mentally enter into a state of pin drop silence, nishabda. Divine Mother is all pervading through her Icha, Jnana and Kriya Shaktis. She is spreaded throughout this universe or Jagat, within and without. She is in microcosmos, Vyashti, as well as in macrocosmos, Samishti. The sadhak must love her stock, barrel, and gun. Then only the sadhak will be liberated from all sorts of bondages. The total surrendering of sadhak to the Mother Divine will be the 12 different types. What are they? They are 1. Mother Divine is my real form. So meditate on her only. Number 2. To put all efforts in order to gain her mercy. Number 3. To chant mantras of Divine Mother. 4. To be a mother on all sides. Avalokayati. 5. To think about all times on Mother Divine. Chintayati. 6. To show utmost obedience to Mother Divine. Anveti. 7. To surrender to Mother Divine. Pratipadayati. 8. To understand fully to Mother Divine. Kalayati. 9. To worship Mother Divine through Stotram. Stuti. 10. Turn to Mother Divine. Ashrayati. 11. To pray Mother Divine. Archayati. 12. To hear intently the qualities of Mother Divine, Gunanam Kamayati, to understand the reality of life. The above 12 different meditation procedures are 12 different matras of Pranavam, mean Omkara. They are A, U, Ma, half moon, Ardha Chandra, Bindu, dot, Nirodhika, Nada, Nadanta, Shakti, Vyapini, Samana, and Unmana. Remember, there are no equivalent words for these Sanskrit words in any other language. The 12th mantra, Unmana, is most respectable amongst all 12. It is beyond all. It is the asanam or peetham for para. Yogi hears these indescribable dharma or attributes with spontaneous dedication and enters into blissful state. Kundalini is eighth Shakti, Chit Shakti, Prana Shakti, Chaitanya Shakti. This Kundalini is the main source of electricity. No other source is responsible for the electricity. This is a main idea according to Tantra or Tantrika Kundalini Yoga, is to control this Kundalini force only. The controlled Kundalini power will be diverted to supermost paths. Ego is the main obstruction for the free flow of Kundalini, 8 directions. This prevention of Kundalini flow shall lead to the individual losing bliss, beatitude, eternal beauty, peace, unlimited, and the most superior happiness. The Kundalini force will be half awakened in case of normal individual. The more it is awakened, the more the individual will be happy. Prana Kundalini shall work in physical state. Nada Kundalini shall work in mental or subtle state. Bodha or Jnana Kundalini shall work in spiritual state. The Kundalini shall be christened according to location. Ardha Kundalini, located at Mooladhara. Urdhva Kundalini, located at Sahasrara. Para Kundalini, located beyond Sahasrara. Sahasrara and beyond is known as Kailasa Parvatam or Kailasha. According to Mechakabha Tantra, in the ass, Mooladhara Chakra is called Nada Chakra. In the navel is called Nabhisthana. Manipuraka Chakra is called Maya Chakra. In the heart, Anahata Chakra, it is called Yoga Chakra. In gullet or Lambika, Vishuddha Chakra, it is called Vedana Chakra. Next, this Vedana Chakra is often mentioned in Lambika Yoga. In Kutastha, the place between two eyebrows, Ajna Chakra, it is called Deepti Chakra. Sringeri Shri Vidyashankara Mahaswami is always immersed in this Lambika Yoga Samadhi. He is immersed into it on this day even. He is immersed in the form of Chaturmurteshwara Shivalingam. Beautiful Shiva temple is built on Chaturmurteshwara Shivalingam. This mandir or temple is known as Vidyashankara Mandiram. It is to be noted that the doubts will be annihilated to the yogis who do sadhana in this sacred mandir. with the grace of this great Sadguru preceptor. The sixth chakra, Shanti chakra, is very important chakra. People mistake it as Swadhisthana chakra. One should understand the inner part of Sri chakra. This is possible with the teachings of Sadguru. The six-petaled Sri chakra shall denote the hidden anatomy of Sushumna subtle nadi. In Mooladhara chakra, Shiva Trikona shall be resting on another Trikona. Shall be resting. Trikona means the triangle have three angles. These triangles shall be lying opposite to each other with its angles. According to Yoga Shastra, it is located at Ajna Chakra in physical body. Shiva and Shakti shall be existing in opposite with its triangles, but in unitedly they are having angles called Shatkona Kritihi. The Shiva, Trikona and Shakti, Trikona, Yoni, both together is unitedly known as Shatkona Mudra, Shambhavi Mudra. This is called Omkara Pitam. This is known as seat or asana of Bija Mantra. After this comes Hrit Karnika, or known as seat of asana or Bija Matra. After this comes Hrit Karnika or Mukha Mudra. This is the center of heart, and on this heart lotus. This heart lotuses lead to the sadhaka known as Amrita Bijam. Even Jagadananda Sthiti also like this only. In the Sanatana Dharma of Bharata, the life of each individual is revolved around different habits and samskarans. There is a lot of wisdom behind these. These habits will start from birth to death. There are 16 in total of these habits. These are unknown as habits or samskarams. They are divided into two parts. They are samskarams before birth, samskarams after birth. They are Garbhadanam, Pumshavanam, Srimantam, Annaprasanam, Sudakaranam, Karnavesa, Aksharabhyasam, Upanayanam, Vedarambham, Karnaveda, Keshantam, Samavartanam, Vivaham, and Antyeshti, Shodas karmas. Garbhadanam, pregnancy. This is done with the chanting of mantras immediately after marriage ceremony. This is aimed at gaining virtuous offspring. Mantras chanted during the ceremony both is indicative of healthy and virtuous offspring. Pumsavanam. This samskaram is done for the healthy and virtuous offspring and protection of pregnancy. This is performed after the completion of second month of pregnancy during first 10 days. The sprouted banyan seed are mashed and the just taken out. That juice is poured into the right nostrils of pregnant woman. This ceremony is performed when moon is in Purusha Rasi. Sun, Mars and Jupiter are the Purusha Rasis. Then healthy and handsome maid will be born. This is a belief. The banyan fruits, black gram and barley and mixed with together. They are given to pregnant lady to smell that mixture. The virginal family, if any, will be removed. Today, lady gets the protection to her pregnancy. This is indicated in Ayurveda, Shastra, and Shushrutam. This samskaram is done to get an infant with the superior physical body suitable for liberation. Srimanta Upanayanam అన్నాడు. This samskaram is done wanting long life for the offspring in the womb of the mother. Offspring will be impregnated with soul wisdom with this samskaram. This samskara is done with a strong and strong belief that this life is meant for doing sadhana. The forthcoming child should have wonderful mental happiness. In order to obtain that, the required conditions are mentioned. Jata karma. This is precautions that are to be taken for cutting the umbilical cord of his infant after the birth. They are metha jananam. Honey and ghee represent strength and wisdom. Both will be given to the mouth of the infant. The Purohita is the first time mantras invoking sages and ancestors, Agni Shoma for the long life of spring. Namakaranam, naming ceremony. This ceremony is performed to name the child. The conditions that are to followed in this kalpichar, it is given in Parashara Grihya Sutram. Sixth, Nishkramana. This is a samskaram that is performed before the child is brought out from the house. The first time, the child is blessed with Vedic chants so that she will be protected from physical, Adibhautaka, astral, Adidevika, and spiritual, Adhyatmika forces. Annaprashanam. This is performed before giving the solid food to the child for the first time. This is to fulfill for the first time. This is to fulfill the needs of feeding, the physical needs of the child. The Vedic mantras are chanted, then the solid food is fed to see the character. Next, Chakshudakaranam. This is performed by to remove his hair of the child for the first time. Karnavedaha. This sanskaram is performed at the age of every boring ceremony with the chanting Vedic mantras. This is to be done within first 5 years of the child. Aksharabhyasam. The mind of the child is to be developed to the required level. New things have to be learned. The Aksharabhyasat ceremony is to be done within the first 5 years of the child. This age limit is of the end child. This age limit is extended to 7 years by sage Vishwamitra. It is done before the 3 completion of 3rd year in present day. Upanayanam. The ceremony is done before sending the child to Guru for education. Gujarati mantra is inherited to tell Next, Vedarambham. Immediately after the completion of the Upanayanam, the strategy of Vedic scriptures is started. Keshantam. This Keshanta is done after the first Chudakarna Samskarams. It can be said that this is the second hair cutting ceremony. The transferring of the head after the first key, turning towards the head faces, the falling of the head after the transferring of the head after the first Keshanta. This is done. The first, the importance of manipulating celibacy. This is done in future of man in the celibacy. Srikantai Kalyanana Dena Dedram Sri Venkataramasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam Mangalasa Sapai Padachara Purame Sarvesha Uraya Racharya Sakuraya Sumangalam.